Hello YouTubers, this is just a quick video. I've done a few of them, and I've seen on the notice boards on the internet and stuff, and a few people seem to be a bit confused about it. It's one of them things where there's millions of right answers. Well, most of the answers are right, to be honest, but it's very difficult to distinguish between right and maybe what to change and what not to change. Not so much right and wrong, but just what to kind of do. This refers to the EPC light on a Volkswagen, which is basically the electronic power control. Now, the problem with diagnostics is it only gives you an idea of basically what's wrong. For example, I'm doing one at the minute, the EPC light's on, and when I plug the diagnostic in, it's saying the crankshaft sensor. Now, there could be loads of different reasons why this light's on. It could literally be the brake switch underneath the brake pedal could be gone. It could be the throttle position sensor. It could be loads of different things. And the problem is they're all kind of right. They all do throw on this light, but the certain things with mechanics is best. Like, there's loads of examples. I'm not going to go into it because it'll take too long. But you always end up with, it could be 3 or 4 problems, and the computer could throw up 3 or 4 problems. For example, this problem was on it, and also the the throttle position sensor. Now, the throttle position sensor is quite expensive. You can get second-hand ones, but the problem is when you get second-hand ones like that, you just can't tell if they're right or wrong. And if you think they're good and they're not, then you're going to be looking at other problems, and it'll take you ages to find out. So things like that, it's just to buy new. I got this new sensor. This is the old one. Now, the car was running very rough when it came in, and the EPC light was on. And it said crankshaft and throttle position sensor, so I went with the crankshaft. Now, when I put it in, the car seems to be running better. Still doesn't mean I've solved the problem. You have to drive the car for a couple of days. But this, out of the two, this was the cheapest option to try and the easiest option to try first. So that's what I did. But basically, to give you an example, when you plug any car into a diagnostic system, if it says crankshaft, or if it says EGR, if it says, no matter what it says, it might not be that at fault. What could happen is some of the wire connected to it might not be connected to it properly, which then the car thinks this sensor's faulty, not necessarily is. It could be the fuse to a certain sensor, for example, that's gone, and it's not the sensor. Because the car can't read it, that's when it throws up the sensor. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the sensor, so just be aware of that. And that goes through every car and more or less every single problem. You have to be careful. It might not be the part that's thrown up. Some people think diagnostic machines tell you if a wire is broken and exactly where it's broken. It doesn't. It gives you an idea of maybe what's wrong, and then you unfortunately have to go and try and figure it out. It only gives you a rough idea though. So look, hope this video is just very quick, and it's just hopefully can just answer a few questions. If you want me to go into more detail about anything, just send me a post or anything specific. I've been asked for a lot of videos, and which is great, don't get me wrong, I appreciate all the followers and stuff. There's certain videos I'm asked for, I can only do it when I get that certain car in. It's very difficult to just to talk about certain things. Obviously this is quite easy, but other things is very difficult to talk about. So I can only do it when I get a certain car in, so I hope you understand that. The other thing is where this is actually situated on the car I'm in is just beneath the oil filter. It's on a petrol one, 1.6, and the wire just goes underneath the oil filter. You can leave the oil filter in. It's just one 10mm bolt that goes right across it, and you know it's very simple. So look, I hope this helps. Thumbs up the video and subscribe. Don't forget, get your hands dirty. See you for the next one.